Right, so the last few weeks have been awful for YouTubers who have a large UK demographic due to a show called Love Island. Now, if you somehow don't know what Love Island is, I probably shouldn't have to explain it, but basically people get thrown into a villa and they basically have to like or something, or they get kicked out. I don't know. I mean, obviously they don't actually have to, but when you deep it, the show's actually really strange. Like, one of the rules is you have to share a bed with the person you're coupled up with. I don't know whether this is a rule that gets enforced or whether it's just a very loose rule, like, oh, you can sleep on the sofa if you want, but still, it's a bit of a weird thing. But views over the last few weeks have been awful because like fucking 90% of the UK population watch this show, and I was just about to say for some reason, but I know why they watch it, because I started watching it. I was made to watch it. I didn't do it out of choice, I promise. But I was made to watch it, and I've been converted. So I now love Love Island. It's just so good. It's like one of them shows that you watch and you hate most of the people on it so much that you actually begin to like it. And it's so cruel. The show itself is so cruel. Like there was this couple on there and they had like feelings for each other or whatever, and the show just booted off one of them to separate them. It was beast. But anyway, I just thought I should make another video on it because I do what I want. This is something I'm very passionate about right now, and I may or may not have run out of video ideas. Also, there's quite a lot to talk about with this. Like, so much stuff has happened. For example, there's this bloke called Sharif, right? And he got kicked off the show for the worst reason possible. It's hardly even a reason. Like, there were rumors going around saying the reason was he wanked in a hot tub or beat someone up or something. But this was what actually happened. I did kick Molly May in the groin area, but it was an accident and she 100% was not injured afterwards. I turned to Tommy and said, that was a pun. I realised now that was wrong and I would like to... How is that wrong? It's not really even offensive, it's just a rude word. He literally got kicked off a show which is famous for people shagging on camera for saying a rude word. I've never used the word before and I don't know where... Okay, no, stop there for a second. There is not a single person over the age of 14 on planet Earth that has not used the word. That's just a straight up lie. Now, as I've just gone over, this bloke got kicked out for saying a naughty word. But there was this girl on the show that was a bit fucking creepy. Like laying on top of this guy and trying to kiss him, even though he obviously didn't want it. But, you know, borderline sexual harassment, you know, that's fine. Saying naughty words, no, that is unacceptable. Get out. But also, aside from that, there's this guy in there who's the stupidest bastard I've seen in my life, but I say that with all the love in my heart, because some of the stuff he says or does is just too good. The bloke's a guy called Tommy who's apparently a professional boxer, even though the only two people he's fought and won against are a 37-year-old who's had 102 losses to 10 wins. I mean, surely at that point you just give up. And another bloke who's never won a fight and lost 26. You're not even really a boxer at that point, you're just a professional punching bag. But by the looks of their records, it looks like a moderate breeze can knock them out. So calling Tommy a professional at the moment at least is a bit of a stretch. But anyway, here's a clip of him trying to cut through solid ice with a butter knife. Why does he look so confused? Like, I get that he's not the smartest, but surely he couldn't have expected to cut through solid ice with a butter knife. Surely not. But there's another clip of him and his, like, girlfriend in the villa, Molly May. Molly May is a YouTuber. She makes very similar videos to me. I'm honestly a bit disgusted she hasn't prepared anything in advance to upload while she's in the villa. Clearly not very business minded. Like, if I was going on Love Island, I'd have at least one video a week ready to go, because think about how much they'd bang. But anyway, since she's a YouTuber, I don't think it's any surprise that she's not the brightest either.
1964?
No, that's when my dad was born.
1942?
No.
What was it?
1931.
I'm fed up. Like, I thought he was going to redeem himself there at the end by saying the correct date, which is obviously 1943. But no, you let us down. But anyway, his old Facebook has recently resurfaced, and it is a gem. I mean, it's probably about what you expect from seeing them clips of him. Like, his first post is nothing special. It's just, I love rugby. But then you scroll up a couple and it turns into Nelson Mandela. Whoa, yes. Not sure what he's trying to get across there, but he's left 4 comments on his own post. I think your status is brill. Cool, brill. Thomas, your status is fantastic. Playing rugby, Thomas. And then just from this point on, I'm not sure what he's trying to get across. Oh, of course. Like for a rate of me and Kyle. No 2011 Facebook is complete without one of those posts. This is the best t-shirt ever. UFC. I mean, it's just like a really bad black t-shirt with a low-res image of the UFC logo. Megan, I will catch a grenade for you. And he's just posted a couple of pictures of the Joker here. Caption with Joker, several exclamation marks in case we didn't know who this was. The great one. Yes, SpongeBob, you are a beast. I dedicate my rugby match to Megan. I love you with all my heart. Well, I'm clowning on him here, but realistically, all of our old Facebooks are probably not much better. But anyway, moving on from the Love Island show itself, I saw a video I recommended the other day from a British morning TV show called Is Love Island Dumbing Us Down? And the simple answer is yeah. Yeah, of course it is. I knew that going into watching it, but am I willing to lose a few brain cells to watch people scream at each other and shag? Of course I am. Most people watching the show know it's stupid. Like, that's the whole point of the show. Like, even in a stupid as fuck country like this, there's no one that thinks Love Island is like a highbrow show that only intellectuals watch. So what is the point they make for Love Island apparently dumbing us down? Well, apparently they say the word like too much.
A primary school in Bradford has clamped down on using the word like, which featured in last night's show 87 times. Let's have a look.
Like, today is like a new chapter.
If someone wants you, like, they'll go out their way to come get you.
Oh my god, who gives a fuck? I say like every other sentence, and I've done all right. I mean, so far at least. My spending habits recently have been obscene. I just spent over 400 quid on a set of original Pokemon cards. So if my spending habits keep up, I could be on the dole this time next year. But using a word as a replacement for punctuation doesn't really make you dumb. Like, why should you have to speak eloquently in most situations? There's only a few situations I can think of where you'd actually have to speak eloquently, like a job interview, meeting the Queen, and like literally nobody cares. It's 2019. Let's just watch people try and neck on with each other on Love Island.
And also joined by journalist Sian Griffiths, who thinks schools should encourage children to stop using the word like in this way.
Is there really nothing more pressing going on at the moment that you could write about? Like, you know, in London, kids are getting stabbed left, right and centre, but nah, kids informally using the word like too much. That's the real issue plaguing the world today.
I was really pleased that this school had taken this step. It's a primary school, it's in Bradford, and they're trying to teach these children to be eloquent, to be articulate.
I mean, surely once you're born in Bradford, that's just game over on that front. I can safely say I've never met someone from Bradford who could be considered articulate or eloquent. Surely Bradford, of all places, is just a write-off when it comes to stuff like that.
My problem, all right, my problem with this...
In the 2-minute clip.
Yeah, Laura, my problem is it makes you sound utterly stupid to just use like as a form of punctuation.
Oh boy, just wait till he discovers commentary YouTube. He'll be livid. Well, I don't understand where they're trying to come from here. Like, yeah, we know people in Love Island are a bit thick. Most people know that these shows are set out to make their life hell. So of course you're only going to get a bunch of set 8s apply for the show. But I don't think the fact that Love Island is dumbing down our nation can be put down to saying like too much.
If you pick it up at the age of 5 and you stop kids saying it, then you can cut it out.
Why is she describing it as if it's unacceptable behaviour? It's a word. It's not even a rude word. If it was a naughty word, then yeah, I'd maybe get it. But it's literally just the word like. I really don't understand why some people are like this. Because if you know anything about language, you know it changes over time. People today don't speak or communicate in the same way as they did 100 years ago. Like, words and meanings of things change. I remember in GCSE English, we had to read a Shakespeare play. I think it was Hamlet or something. It was the one with the witches. And I found it hard to understand because of how much the English language had evolved since then. Now, you may call me stupid or whatever, but I think using like in an informal way is just a way of like the English language evolving. Obviously, it's not formal, but you don't need to talk in a formal way 99.9% of the time. It's not as if you're constantly in a job interview or something. Literally, like, you're not going to be walking down the street talking to someone and they're going to judge you on the formality of your speech, except for a small small percentage are Tories. Also, just thinking about it now, how is the word like talked about as if it's the most stupid thing said on the show? As if this bloke didn't just say World War I started in 1931 with conviction. Right, but anyway, guys, that's the end of today's video. Hope you did enjoy. Let's see if we can get this video to 80,000 likes. If this video gets to 80,000 likes, I'll apply for Love Island next year, and I'll obviously get in because I'm really fit. But anyway, guys, as always, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to subscribe and smash that like button.